Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about a recent purchase that I made for some more Tesla stock. So this was actually a purchase from a while back. This isn't very recent. It was from October 23rd, which is the Friday before this most recent one. So it has been a while since this original purchase. I did talk about it very briefly in a portfolio update, I think, for that Friday, but I don't think I ever did a dedicated video to it talking about it like I usually would. And the main reason I like to dedicate a single video to my purchasing decisions, especially when it's a large purchasing decision, is because it's a lot easier for my audience to see that and know that I'm buying more Tesla stock whenever I do, when I have it in the title of that video and when the video is all about that. Plus, of course, it's just nice to go in depth on some discussion of Tesla stock and some of my justification. Even if the purchases are just a few days off or a few weeks off from previous purchases, I still like to make a separate video for them because my mind is constantly changing with the market constantly changing. So we're always, as investors, having to adapt to the market. Our mindsets are constantly changing. And so with this, we're always seeing progress with Tesla as well. So it brings up new talking points also. But one thing that I have to admit is that I have not been keeping up with Tesla news recently. As you all know, I haven't been as active on YouTube lately. And that's just because there's been some other things going on. So I haven't had as much time as usual to keep up with Tesla stock. And I'm definitely lacking in knowledge on some of the more recent events. But with today's news video, we'll be covering some more events and trying to refresh on some of this new information. But anyways, my main point with this video, as you all know, I recently just spent around $1,000 on Tesla stock, $960 to be exact. And another reason why I haven't done this video is because there's been some issues with Robinhood. So they're having maintenance right now. I don't know if it's still a problem. I think if we click on it, so it looks like it's been solved so far, but right now there's still an issue with my transaction history where it's saying basically every purchase that I've made has been on the 27th, and the numbers are messed up on that as well. So I tried to do a video on this last night and there was those issues and it wasn't giving me accurate information for how much I spent, what time it was at, the share price that I bought it at, and things like that. So anyways, please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoy the Tesla videos, and also feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below, especially Webull right now. I just wanted to mention this at the beginning of the video because they're having a promotion where you can sign up with my referral link and deposit $100 into your account, and when you do that you'll get 3 free stocks valued up to $1,600, and then you can take that $100 deposit right back out after you get your free stocks. So it's basically a pretty good amount of money for completely free as long as you do those two things. So just wanted to let you all know about that because I don't think I've ever seen Webull offering 3 stocks before. That's pretty crazy. So if you want to support the channel, that helps me out greatly. It really does help me out more than you all realize. And so if you have the time, get yourself some free stocks, support the channel, and feel free to check out Webull. But anyways, let's just go ahead and check out Tesla stock. And we saw some movement on Friday with a pretty big drop at minus 5.55%. That was minus $22.79 off of the share price. And then in the after hours, we are currently at minus 0.27%, which is minus $1.05. And that leaves us at a current share price of $386.99. That's still around $1,900 if we're factoring in the pre-split share price for Tesla. So in comparison to previous prices that we've been at, we're still at a pretty high price for Tesla if we think about it in comparison to previous numbers, such as like that $1,600, $1,500 sweet spot that Tesla had been at for a while. So when you put this in a perspective of pre-split values, this is still at a pretty high price in terms of where Tesla has been at previously. However, I'm not saying it's not worth the money at this price. I actually think this is a pretty good discount, which explains why I've been buying Tesla stock recently. So the main reason that I haven't been buying at this current share price is just because I don't have a lot of cash on the sidelines right now, and I'm trying to make sure I have money saved up to pay taxes off and max out my Roth IRA. So I'm worrying about those things as well, and I may not be able to purchase a lot more in the future, at least over the next couple of months. But that has nothing to do with my thoughts about Tesla stock, and all to do with the fact that I have other obligations. But if we take a look at the most recent purchase for the purchase history, it's going to say that I made the purchase on October 27th, which is false. It says it was submitted on October 5th, which is false. And for the time field, I don't know if that's correct or not. We'll check in just a second on my phone. And then some of this other information as well is inaccurate, which includes this purchase price right here. So with this, I'll go ahead and tell you all, and I'll throw up the image on screen as well, what it says in my actual Robinhood app. You know how it sends you a message, you spent this much on Tesla stock or this much on that stock at this price. So I have gotten a message that is accurate, and I'll throw it up on screen. It says, we've received your order to buy $960 of Tesla at the best available available price. And then it says, excellent, your order to buy $960 of Tesla is complete. You received 2.334129 shares at an average share price of $411.29 per share. And that was at 10:07 a.m. So keep in mind, the time field, the date was wrong, the prices were wrong, my initial investment was wrong, the fractional shares was wrong, the purchase price was wrong. So everything about this transaction history right here is completely inaccurate. So as I told you all, I purchased it at a value of $411.29 per share. So if we scroll up and compare it to where it's at currently, it's at a significantly lower price, obviously, because this was more than 7 days ago. This was like 8 days ago. So, you know, we've had a lot of time for it to go down with the upcoming election and things like that. But still, I'm very satisfied with this purchase price, even regardless of the short-term fact that it's lower than that price, just because I think in the long term, this is going to pay off pretty well for me. But as I stated, I paid around $411 per share, and I spent $960 in total, with that equaling around 2.3 shares. So I spent $960, almost $1,000 spent on Tesla stock, and as I stated, that was pretty much the rest of the money that I had. And I also used a little bit of Robinhood margin as well. So if we look at the buying power, it says margin used minus $960.47, and I left a little bit of buying power in that just because I wanted to make sure I had a little bit of money to pay off Robinhood Gold, which is $5 every month. And if you're curious, the reason that I had this extra money to spend was because of Robinhood Gold, which I pay $5 for every single month. And one advantage of Robinhood Gold, I'm just telling you all, this is not an ad or anything like that, but one advantage is that you do get access to up to $1,000 in margin, which has no interest rate or anything like that, as long as you're continuing to pay that $5 per month for Robinhood Gold. So as long as you don't borrow more than $1,000 from Robinhood, then it's actually basically just money you can borrow for free, as long as you continue to pay for that $5 membership every month. So that's why I left like $40 left in there, just because it covers a few months for me in the future, if there is that case where I have no money whatsoever to pay off any of this owed money to Robinhood with the margin being used. So that's one of the things I utilize to buy more Tesla stock. I have been using margin a lot more lately, just because I got more familiar with it and realized that there's no interest rate whatsoever, at least from what I'm familiar with, for up to $1,000 borrowed. So I have a limit where I don't borrow over $1,000 just because I don't want to pay an interest fee. However, that still is in the back of my mind in the future. If I see like a really huge discount for Tesla stock, it may be something that I would consider. But one thing that I would love to see out of Robinhood, and I would gladly pay $5 per month for Robinhood Gold for it, would be Robinhood having Roth IRA accounts. And ideally, it would be better if you didn't have to pay for a membership at all. But regardless, I would be willing to pay that extra $5 per month for a Roth IRA, just because, as you all know, I'm paying it anyways. But I think that's something that would be a game changer for Robinhood. It would move a lot of people over to Robinhood, and I would just love to have all of my accounts on one brokerage app. But until that's done, I'm going to have to use another platform to invest with my Roth IRA, just because I think the Roth IRA, in terms of investing, you want to make sure you max that out first before you move to your taxable account, which is what we have with Robinhood right here. And that's just because with a Roth IRA, if you're not familiar, if you have a Roth IRA and you max it out every year, whenever you're 59 and a half, you are able to take out every single bit of your money, including the profits, with no taxes being required to pay on all of that money. So it's tax-free profits. And that's why you want to max out your Roth IRA every single year whenever you can. Prioritize your Roth IRA over your normal taxable stock market account, because in comparison, you're either going to be having to pay your normal tax rate on the profits for your stocks whenever you cash out, or the long-term capital gains tax rate, which is still cheaper, but it's not tax-free. So that's why you want to max out your Roth IRA first. Just a general piece of information. And then also just going into some quick information and justification for why I decided to purchase more Tesla stock. For one thing, I think this is a pretty good discount. Now, in the short term, we could see some more significant movements downwards, and we might see even better prices. But regardless, in that long-term perspective, I'm still very satisfied with like a share price of $411 per share. I'm pretty happy with that because I think it's going to grow into a lot more in the future. But in terms of just some different aspects of Tesla that I'm considering right now for my investments in the future of this company, a lot of it does have to do with AI. I think AI is the future. It's really what's going to change industries in a dramatic way. It's going to disrupt industries. And I think with Tesla already integrating AI into its full self-driving and other things as well, especially with their assembly lines, then it's going to give them that competitive edge that Tesla has over the rest of the competition, where we're still seeing right now even a lot of companies having issues with their software and things like that, whereas Tesla's over here pretty much mastered the software aspect of it. Of course, there's still a few bugs that they're continuing to fix and things like that, but in general, they've successfully successfully created good software, they have good battery technology, and we all know about their position in the autonomy race as well, and that's definitely where AI comes into play, and Tesla just has a huge advantage on data for that AI. So as we know, if we are going to look towards this future of AI being a relevant aspect of many businesses, we have to look at what makes that AI better. What makes the AI better is large amounts of data, and that is something that Tesla definitely has, with them having this advantage in data where everyone that buys a Tesla right now is automatically gathering data for Tesla and that full self-driving technology. So this is a huge advantage. AI will be the future in my opinion, and for Tesla to already be involving AI right now, it gives them a big advantage over not only traditional automakers, but even other EV automakers out there that can't even successfully create their own software or even just experiment with AI or full self-driving. So Tesla has a huge advantage with this goal right now, and I think Tesla will be at the forefront of this AI revolution with full self-driving cars, and as we see more advancement with AI technology in the future. So this definitely gets me excited. The AI component is huge. The energy component of Tesla is huge as well. This is arguably one of their biggest pieces of their business, and yes, right now we aren't seeing the full potential out of it, but as we have time for Tesla to expand and grow and continue with this exponential growth, then I think that's when we'll really start to see some massive profits coming out of the energy side of the business as well, and just lots of revenue coming in with these big large-scale battery projects, more people buying power walls, and more people buying solar panels and solar roofs and things like that. So the energy component in the future is going to be huge as well. But anyways, I just wanted to go through the rundown of some of my reasoning for why I'm buying Tesla stock, and I know that some of these topics may overlap a little bit when it comes to previous videos, but as I stated, I like to dedicate a video to whenever I make purchases like these, just because it's much easier for people to know when I'm buying when they see it in the title of a video. And as I said, as a person, I'm always growing, I'm always changing, I'm always learning more, so my opinions can change over time, and then we constantly see new information and good news coming out for Tesla stock as well, which is something that I like to talk about in the news video. So anyways, please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and also feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks, and especially with Webull right now, as I stated, you can get 3 free stocks valued up to $1,600, and to get that, all you have to do is sign up with my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. Keep in mind, you can take that $100 right back out, so it's basically just nice passive income with minimal effort. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.